you know, for the last, I guess, month or so. I mean, for a long time, I've been running on, you know, just anger and adrenaline, trying to put out videos to inspire, but at the same time, you know, feeling myself, you know, really hurt and hard to remain positive about this. It was kind of weird though, because like, you know, I told my mom, you know, I called her, and I work for her for that charity, which is a very important event coming up, important time where we're like trying to get things together. And you know, I told her that I got a flat tire, and it's like she mentioned it before me. She was like, do you think some people around you did it? And I don't know if she was like, you know, maybe trying to placate me, or if she really believes, because she sees that I totally work, like my work is totally, it's cogent, like I write newsletters and stuff, like I'm not bad at it. And she's my mom too, so she knows I'm not a complete idiot. And I tell her about this stuff. You know, I tell her in a cogent fashion, like how it's not, you know, the people who vehicularly stalk me, they probably don't know I'm being microwaved. The cops that you know, patrol me or whatever, caravan me, they probably don't know I'm being microwaved. The people around me who come out at the same time, like a lot of them probably don't know I'm being, you know, attacked viciously, tortured with directed energy weapons. And it's just really, really bad. Yesterday, after the tire incident, when I got home, you know, to where I woke up this morning, and it's really hard to even think. You know, I took a shower, and it's just like it's like that feeling when your head hurts so bad. It's like you can't calm down. I can't stop. Like I can't just like, you know, settle down. So, and that was right after the tire thing. You know, I went back to the office to get my stuff, and you know, I'd been paid, and so I immediately went to the Applied Magnets site online, and got a 400 pull little cylinder magnet, a north magnet. Dwight said that it doesn't matter if you get a north or south polarity magnet. He said it doesn't matter. I got a nickel plated one, and it was like after I ordered that, I went home and they just like ripped me up, like ripped the side of my head up. So I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm kind of assuming that this guy's preparing for me to get a little bit better from that, chip or not. But hopefully when I get that and I start doing the therapy, it will tone down a lot of this stuff. I'm very hoping. That guy has his run lights on, truck with his run lights on. I got the light coming out of my camera. I gotta turn that off. It doesn't matter when I'm showing the road, but it's just like I have the light blaring. So if a cop does decide to stop me because of it, I mean, I can say something. But I wanted to make this video after that because I was funning around, and you know, I didn't feel that bad. You know, feeling pretty positive, and then it was like I saw a black helicopter with no markings at all fly directly over me at a diagonal, directly over my car. I mean, it didn't have numbers or anything, just a black helicopter. And I know a lot of people talk about that. I've seen police helicopters, I've seen private planes fly over me, you know, but I've never really seen a black I've never been able to identify like that there's just a black helicopter with nothing on it, with no markings or anything. And it was at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, before like one of my tires went flat. So I'm pretty worried about another one of my tires going flat. And it was pretty hard. It was horrible because, you know, my dad, you know, paid for a new tire, and he was like, you know, the next thing, he's like, you know, the next tire that's going to go out is that spare. And then he's like, and the next thing is your engine's gonna go out. And he was like, I'm not trying to be negative. And, you know, I didn't say anything about the stalking or anything like that, because we're done talking about that. Like, we're done with that. So, like, if he's saying all this stuff, like, you know, your tires are going to go out or your engine's going to go out, and they do something to my car, he's going to blame me for it, for being irresponsible. And that's, I mean, it makes me really sad. Like, and I was, you know, I was in a pretty negative attitude about it, because, you know, I just sit there and I feel like I can't talk to him. You know, I know in his heart he knows I'm not, you know, crazy. I think I said something about it. Like, we were just watching this stupid show at the while we were waiting for the tire, and they're talking about, like, buying towels, and, you know, there's this guy on there who's I don't know, some kind of love expert or relationship, you know, professional, that tells people, you know, how to date. And I was just, like, looking at it, and I was like, what is happening? And there's a taxi cab right there. And I see a ton of taxi cabs caravanning me. You know, when I have the camera on, like, when I don't have the camera on, I will see police, but somehow they're mysteriously, like, I'm not getting as many of them on video when I turn on my camera. I'll probably make this a little 45-minute video. I wanted to show y'all kind of where I live. I'm gonna have to get out of there, because it's a dangerous place. They've gotten a lot of people around me, and I guess I'm assuming they, you know, get some authority figure, DHS, or, you know, or naval, you know, a naval car, to come around and tell people lies about me. And, you know, I've told y'all before, and I'll tell everybody, and I would tell anybody, you know, exactly who I am and what I've done in my life. The worst crime I've ever committed is smoking marijuana. And I prayed to God about it in the apartment that I was in, you know, and like, I was taking azathioprine for my Crohn's disease. I have an autoimmune disorder, and you know, smoked weed, and it, like, cured me. I mean, it cured it so that, you know, I wasn't on the couch, you know, crawling around the apartment. I could actually get stuff done, you know, for work that I had to do. But it was just very interesting how, you know, I ordered the magnet. I maybe should have gotten it on a one-day delivery, but I just got it regular U.S. Postal. So hopefully that'll come. You know, I ordered it. Okay, I ordered it on Friday. It'll probably ship on tomorrow. It'll probably ship today, and then hopefully I'll get it sometime midweek, or at least by the end of the week, and then start my magnet therapy and let y'all know how that's going. I did, because they were hitting me in the head so hard, I'll usually put my grounding blanket over me, and it's a throw blanket, so it doesn't cover my legs if I cover, like, my chest and my neck. But I took it and I just, like, turned it to the part that that has the little metal fibers in it connected to the grounding plug, and I just, like, laid on top of it, and it seemed to have a better effect than me just, like, kind of draping it over me. I wish I didn't have this bright light on. As you can see, it's like, if people can see that light on when I'm driving. They're messing with my phone so much. You know, while I was getting the tire switched, you know, they were in my phone, going into apps. Like, I'll put it in my pocket, and if I'm not paying attention, they'll go to, like, certain apps and just, like, start typing in letters, like, you know, just like JK, and like it'll just be gibberish. And then, like, while we were in the thing, you know, I saw a car come in. I saw a guy with army pants came in. You know, nothing looked wrong with his car. but he had a U.S. Marine Corps license plate. And this isn't me like saying like I don't trust the military or anything, but I think that they do get involved. They think they're fighting terrorism. So I want to go back to my original. What I was saying is, in this EMS worker at the Walmart, after a night of really being severely tortured, like to my head with directed energy weapons, remote directed energy weapons. I had an EMS worker who obviously was from a fusion center, passing in front of me. I kind of want to take a few minutes to talk to y'all, talk to anybody, policemen, ex-military, EMS workers, taxi cabs, businesses that do get grants or anything from these DHS fusion centers. You're patrolling citizens who are being experimented on and tortured severely with directed energy weapons, directed either by the DOD and the Air Force or Black Ops. Like I don't think it's not our transparent government, like our Senate or senators or representatives, but I think a lot of them know about it, and they just they're scared for their families' lives. They don't want to, because it's such a huge thing, it's such a huge program that's covered up. There's a one-light car right there coming by. So I'm going to get them even at 5:30 on a Saturday morning. I want to turn off this light, really. I'm going to go down this street. Yeah, I'm not too jovial right now. It's like they'll hit me so hard in the head that it's like that feeling that, and there's a light that changed right in front of me, but I'm gonna go right, and they're all. I mean, like I drove a friend to work, and it like every light was changing on us, and it's like arrows would be so short. It'd be like the arrows to turn. Because she needed to get there quick, they would like last for 3 seconds. So they, my main organizer has connections where he's got somebody fiddling with those, and that's a big thing, I guess, to make me feel like I'm being stopped, or to kind of make me feel like I'm being closed in. All psychological tactics, but I really want to put out a very serious word to anybody who works for DHS fusion centers, businesses in the community, EMS workers, first responders, firemen, police, ex-military, who don't know what's going on with the directed energy weapon attacks. You're not patrolling dangerous people. You're patrolling people who are being hit with these directed energy weapons, and they're trying to get reactions out of us. They're trying to cause chaos, and then have y'all patrol us, so that it makes us feel more of a sense of urgency while we're being attacked. What I'm going to do with that, and I see a bunch of other target individuals doing with that, is, we just keep getting out information. We stay level-headed. A lot more target individuals are a lot more level-headed than me, but I'm trying to get there, because I'm being tortured like viciously. They don't want me, putting these videos out. And like I said, like the video before this will show, I say that it's not because of my single little YouTube channel or Facebook page where I put the videos on both. It's the example that it sets, because other TIs set that example for me, to keep on putting videos out, and so I do it, and I want to support the people passing out flyers and going to their city councils. I can't do that right now, but we need activism. We do need peaceful protests. The only way that we're going to stop this is to kind of get in the face of our city councils and our leaders who can do something about it, so that